This is the HUD portion of the video. As you can see down in the bottom right there, you do have a compass. This is a toggleable server-side issue, but honestly I'd prefer that not even being there now. So you end up with the screen being practically clear. As you see there, when objectives get the different bits of the HUD pop up, there is actually a button that, there we go, I can press and hold, and it shows the HUD. And down in the bottom right, of course, you have the stance that I'm in, as well as the character, where I've been hit, if I've been hit at all, your morale and stamina, how many magazines I've got left is in the bottom right, including with the range. That range is, I'll go through a bit later, but that's to do with the setting of the gun, because you can actually set the range for your sights. And then things up in the top left and the right side is your squad. I would be interested in seeing something similar to this being implemented into Interstellar Marines, where you do actually have the two pictures. I will show them, that are part of the Spearhead folder, and one shows it focusing on your background, so that's me focusing, say, over at this building here, and everything here which is on the HUD is blurred out, because they would be in the foreground on your visor, and you would be looking through them at or past your gun and what you're aiming at, and then being able to press a button and either hold it, or you can toggle, possibly, I suppose. That could be a dependent on being able to focus on this foreground of your HUD, and you'd end up with what you're aiming at blurring out. I think that's it for the HUD. I will move on to aiming. And this is the aiming segment. So with aiming, we have this dead zone in the centre here, where hip fire is not stuck or centered in the middle of your screen. So as you can see, like over there, and this is also similar when you are aiming down the sights. It's not quite centered. It's more so than the hip fire, but it's not quite. And then you have the focus there as well. You can actually, okay, the server's got it disabled, but you can hold shift and your focus zooms in, and it's as if you're focusing something far away and you're really concentrating on it. I'm not sure if I like that personally, but it's not a bad system to have. It's better than being able to have this odd kind of zooming in that I feel unrealistic, where the gun should just be very brought up to your face. It shouldn't actually be zooming in. You can switch between the sights, as you saw before. This button is also exactly the same for switching the fire mode, so semi-automatic and fully automatic. Yes. Each of these aiming, these can be, you can toggle the range on it. I will be demonstrating the cover system. So, against most objects in here, you can actually hug with a use key, and then you can peek around them. You can also aim around these corners. Yeah, there's not really much to it. Q and E, of course, you can lean with, and then being able to peek over the top and aim over the top. This also allows you to blind fire. Which is quite cool. I think that's it for the cover system. Pressing the Q and E while in cover also pokes you out, so I can press E or D to lean out, and then right click and I can aim. Oop. Oops. This is the suppression system that is currently in Red Orchestra 2, you have the morale bar there in the bottom left. That is the exclamation marked bar. When this reaches 0, it's kind of like your heart's pounding, bullets are flying everywhere, and your screen starts saturating completely. Godowitz, if you will, start shooting around me. And as you can see, my character's actually flinching. Maybe if I get into cover. Just try firing straight across the top of the cover. That's odd. Maybe it's to do with the server, but my it isn't going down, but the character flinches, if you see, which is more the point of what I was trying to show. Yeah, so that's showing that when you're firing, your aim gets pulled off slightly. Whoop, that was a bit close. Right, and this is just to do with the weapon itself. Of course, R to reload, but you can actually hold down R and you check the magazine. I do like this idea, maybe not necessarily as a pulling the magazine out, but maybe you check the side of your gun for maybe a detailed analysis on your gun that records how many bullets have been fired in the current magazine. So some sort of sensor to do with how many bullets that have been fired, maybe instead of how many are remaining. And then it's up to the operator to know how many bullets are in each magazine. And by bullets I mean rounds or cartridges. You have your melee, I think I've already gone over that. And of course switching the sights and the ranging. I'm not sure whether in Interstellar ranging is going to be completely necessary, but I do like the checking the magazine idea. Also another thing with grenades and, particularly grenades when throwing them. You can switch to them in this, of course, which is fine and dandy, but if I press the grenade throw button, you notice that you put away the gun, you pull it out, pull the pin out and then toss it. There is none of this kind of quick switch fucking off it goes halfway to Vegas in a single sweep. You pull the grenade out, you unscrew the clip, and then you are pulling the pin out and then tossing it. It's a complex system of doing things quickly and efficiently, but not unrealistically, which unfortunately a lot of games get wrong, and at least for me it breaks immersion, and I'll just kill them because I can.